Hey, Matt Johnson here. This month on The Bite, we head to the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, to some kind of untouched waters for big trophy class panfish. We meet up with Barb Carey and SHELLY, HOLLAND, two longtime ice team pros, as they join up with the women on ice as they pre-fish for one of their large events. These gals know how to catch them. They put a lot of big fish topside. This is one you're not going to want to miss. And there's one fish in particular, you're going to know which one it is, that hits the ice that is astounding this month on The Bite.
Ooh, fish on. Oh my God! Holy crap! That's the biggest bluegill in the whole world!
Oh my God, that's like a monster!
Ah!
When I was ice fishing 20 years ago, which has gone by really fast, I remember looking around the landscape of frozen lakes and wondering, why am I the only woman out here? And that kind of motivated me to start creating events to provide opportunities for women to get out on the ice. And it was a slow process at first, and once social media came around and people started connecting with each other through fishing, it just exploded.
So since I've been a part of this, one thing I've noticed is the growth of women like just busting into the sport of ice fishing. And that was kind of Barb's purpose for starting this, was to empower and motivate women, to inspire them. Like, hey, we can do this, you can do this. And
I think with the help of social media, we are able to instantly see other women catching fish and catching big fish and going on great adventures. Baker's Narrows, Fort Peck, Cascade Lake in Idaho. Women anglers are learning that they can do that too.
In the past 5 years, it's just gone like wildfire. And I think there's more opportunities available than ever for any woman who wants to get into ice fishing. Really, what's helped fuel the growth is the technology advancements with lightweight augers.
To have equipment available to us where we can carry the equipment, we can drill our own holes, and we can get out on the ice and the water and try to do our own things. We're learning things now that we've never even had to think about before, that allows us to do things out on the ice or in the woods, and not only for ourselves learning, but we're teaching our friends.
Our daughters are getting into it, our granddaughters. I have a 7-year-old granddaughter who loves watching fishing shows.
I attribute a lot of that to the work that people like Barb Carey are doing and these women's organizations like Women on Ice.
I like to think that Wisconsin Women Fish and Women on Ice has just helped that, along with a lot of other groups, by putting pictures out there on social media. And it's all over, and with social media, maybe we're just seeing it more than in the past, but we're here and we're doing it, and it's awesome. And the support with women in the sport, it's an awesome, awesome community.
What we have is a series of cribs. And this is a flowage, so there's some deep holes with some real steep edges where the river channels come through. And these fish, I found, kind of roam. You know, all of a sudden, if a couple of people are fishing together, boom, 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 everyone has a fish, and then they're gone. So to start out, we're gonna kind of spread out. And what I recommend is everyone kind of drill a series of 10 or 15 holes in their little quadrant. And it reminds me of the article Dave Gens wrote for In Fisherman. And he said, think of finding fish in terms of football fields and tennis courts. So you start out with the size of a football field, and then you narrow it down to the size of a tennis court. And that's what we're going to do today. So we're all going to spread out on this football field, then we're going to bring it in and concentrate on the tennis court. So any questions?
Let's go. Let's go fishing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was at this lake last year and caught incredible crappies. It blew my mind. The first crappie I pulled up last year was a nice 14-incher. And we never did catch small ones, only big ones. There wasn't a lot of them. But it's nice to be back up here in the UP, and we're all spread out over the lake. We just got here, and we're going to find these fish. We're going to hunt them down. With everybody spread out, our chances are better. Me and Chantel and I are over here on this ledge. Right here is shore, but it's 25 feet here, and it's like a rock wall. And I'm hoping they're just swimming by this rock wall, and they're not going to be able to resist my leech flutter spoon. That's what I'm hoping.
So we started out working some structure, and oh, there's a ton of fish here now. We didn't find any fish earlier on the structure where we got them last year. And so I dropped down into the deeper water in the deeper basin about 30 feet. And I had my little search bait up, a little pinhead minnow, and fish. Feels like a little one, but they're roaming out here in this deeper water, and I think that's one of the mistakes, you know, anglers make, is sticking in one spot too long or fishing memories. I know I'm guilty of that at times. Yeah, here it comes. Oh my gosh, grab it, Shelly.
Ooh! Didn't feel that big, Aber. It's a nice one.
That's what we're looking for, you know, and if you keep moving and keep eliminating spots that aren't working, go out right away, find a new spot that's working. That's exactly what we've done here. And this is kind of the last lesson that people learn. They learn how to jig, electronics and everything, but finding fish is always the mystery. And you know, that's what we're teaching in this weekend, is teaching these gals how to keep at it, how to check a map, go check a spot, what they're looking for, and look how it pays off. That's exactly the lessons we're teaching women this weekend.
Dude, look at how pretty it
Isn't that beautiful?
Look at how the silky is wrapped on his lips.
I know. And this, I just switched up to this and dropped it down. It's my favorite drop cake. We're using bright colors because we have stained water, and just that little silky on that. That flutters. Silk is actually a protein, and it almost comes alive in the water. Doesn't look like much right here, but we've filmed it jigging in the water, and it's just amazing. And obviously, it works. We'll let that one go.
I like them. No, just kidding. Here.
There we go. And they're off. Go tell your buddies to come over. We're having a party. So now, since we're working as a team, I'm not going to keep this a secret. I'm going to tell the team, okay, I found them in 30 feet of water. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to come and drill next to me. But what it does mean is they're going to look for areas that are 30 feet close to here, and they're going to fish those areas. We're going to continue to communicate. You know, if we were fishing for fun and had new people, we could get in close. But our mission today is searching out fish. And we really want to kind of figure out what the pattern is, spread out, because we can't have everyone in the same spot. So, but they're going to look for the same structure I just caught these in. There's more down there. That's why I like using some of these bigger baits sometimes, because you can get right back down there if the fish are there. This is that jointed pinhead minnow. It's not even tipped with anything. This would be a size I could keep, you know, not too giant, just a nice eater there, probably 9-10 inches. But those big ones I'm all gonna let go. But today we're not keeping any fish. I'm gonna let him go right away and get my bait right back down there. Sometimes I will have a pail of water next to me and release the fish in the water so I'm not spooking the other fish, especially fish in shallower water, and then let them go in a different hole off to the side. But we're fishing 30 feet right here, so it's not as much of a concern. Sure is fun though. You know, nothing's easier too when you're having that bigger bait, drops quick, you know, you're fishing deep water, you don't want to have to wait too long for it to get down there. And then you don't even have to bother tipping it with anything. That jointed pinhead just kind of shakes enough down there, it makes it look like it's alive, and we're not having any trouble. We don't have to tip it with anything, which makes it a lot easier when you're hole hopping. Sometimes when you're tipping it with live bait and you're hole hopping quite a bit, it's kind of a pain because the bait freezes and then you got to rebait. So usually for searching, I always like to use plastics or no bait at all, a lure that doesn't require any bait.
Wow. 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 That's a pie plate. The bomb spoon. Now I modified it. I took that treble hook off of the bomb spoon and I put a single hook on it because I was missing a lot of fish on the treble hook. This was a different fishing event. And so I put that single hook and I kept my fish. They were staying on with the single hook, which in my mind makes no sense. Why wouldn't they stay on a treble hook? But I think the treble hooks, the hooks were a lot smaller. They were little treble hooks. And this one stuck. Beautiful bluegill. Ooh, look at that. Super close. Super close. So this is a pretty old fish to get almost to 10 inches. And we want to keep that genetics of the big fish. So we let these big ones go so they'll make and produce more big ones. Sweet. That's awesome. That's what we're here for. We're here to catch these big bluegills, hopefully some big crappies. Barb got one on so far and a few smaller ones, but I'm really after that 16-inch crappie. Let's see if it happens. Hooked up again, and it's another beautiful bluegill. Dandy.
You're on fire with the bluegill, Shelly.
Yeah, I found my bait. I found what's going to work for me. I have a ton of confidence in this jig, and this is my favorite jig this year now. Isn't that how it works? But yeah, a bomb spoon. Beautiful. I think these ladies tomorrow are going to have a lot of fun. I feel really confident about bringing them in this area, and when they pull up a few 10-inch bluegills, I think that's going to make their whole winter. So, good. It's a good feeling. All right, Bonnie. Do you need help with your... Nope, you got your Vicks out. Bonnie said, got one. And I run over here. She already had her Vexlar pulled off. She's a professional. And
well, I knew it was a nice one when I started pulling there.
Yeah.
So, reeled it up. And it's a nice size gill. We'll put it on the board. It's 9 7/8. Almost 10. So we're going to let this one go. We want to keep all these big gills back in the water. We're going to let them go. There he is.
Nice. Good job, Bonnie.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sweet. Well, I feel confident. I think we're going to bring the girls out here and they're going to catch fish. How happy would you be if I brought you to this lake?
Right. With those size gills.
Oh,
what fun is that?
Amazing.
It's going to be great.
I'm so excited. And I can't wait to see their faces. So we're going to be there ready to take pictures, ready to help them grab that transducer. And their eyes are just going to be so big. It's going to be so fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I came over here. I was checking this big basin for more crappies because we're catching our fair share of bluegills. But I did not catch a crappie. I came over here and checked this spot that was burning in my brain, and I caught my personal best bluegill. This thing is mammoth. I know it's bigger than 10. Oh, little snow dive. Woo. Oh yeah, 10 and a half. It even creeps over 10 and a half a little. Oh, that is sweet. I got it on this rattle and blade spoon. Gold seems to be what I'm going to be using. I have confidence in the gold right now on this lake today. And it took quite a few tries before I came up with that.
Let's get that big guy back.
Yes, let's put him back. Thanks for running over here so fast.
Yes, yes.
You could tell, huh? All right. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Well, this is an amazing fishery here in the UP, and I don't think it's hit very hard. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic, not a lot of signs of traffic of people. This is amazing. What a precious place to have. Really grateful that we get to come up here and fish this area.
How does it feel to catch your PB on camera, Shelly?
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. But it only makes me want more.
Well, I guess the morning was successful. We fished structure first, didn't find any fish, moved out to the deeper basin and ended up catching some really, really nice bluegills and crappies. And so we know the fish are here, they're roaming. Now we're gonna go check a second spot for this afternoon, and we'll probably split the group up into 2 groups and have one concentrate on the deeper water and the other one fish some of the transition areas or some of the more structure related areas where we've caught them in the past. But we're not going to give up on this deep basin bite because we found it here. It'll probably apply over to the other spot as well, so we're going to go check it out. It's always nice to have a couple other spots. You know, you have this great spot we found for the class, but what if we come out here that day and there's a bunch of people on it? So we want to make sure we have several spots to choose from. So that's why we're leaving fish to find fish.
What do we as an ice fishing community need to do to make the sport better for women?
That's a really great question, and I think it's kind of tricky, to be honest.
Some of it is events like this where women are seeing women do it. One of our favorite mottos is, if she can do it, I can do it.
Organizations and events like we're holding for Women on Ice, where we're really drilling it down and saying it's okay that you don't have any gear, it's okay that you don't know what you're doing, you know, it's okay that if you're intimidated.
That holds true for most things. Having the courage then to give it a try, but creating opportunities where it's non-threatening, the best way to put it is non-mansplaining. It's makes a big difference when you can just go out and have a conversation and not have to worry about how it's being perceived.
And really kind of create communities where everybody feels welcome no matter who you are. I mean, everybody comes from a different place and a different walk of life, and the individuals are what brings so much color and so much passion to the sport. You don't want everybody to be the same. You want people to be different, and you want the sport to grow, and you want it to grow within their individual peer groups. And if you're excluding someone by making them feel uncomfortable, they don't want to be a part of that. So really, it's everyone policing each other, you know, just like we do with catch and release the big ones, leaving litter on the waterways, and not making derogatory or smart alecky comments to women when they're posting stuff. I mean, that's really an important thing, and I think, you know, that's going to do more to help women come forward even more, and they're not going to have a hesitation to post something.
If she can do it, you can do it, right? And that's kind of the voice of empowerment.
But to also keep an open mind, allow yourself to think that the unimaginable is possible. If an idea comes across your head that you might be able or might want to do something, take a shot. We now, who we are and the resources that we have available to us, we literally can do anything that we want. And it's just silly to think that you can't. Talk to someone, do a Google search, hop on social media pages. There's some wonderful groups out there. Take that chance, and I guarantee you're gonna have that aha moment of, man, I had no idea that I could do this, and this is amazing. And what comes of that is it doesn't stop right there. You're so excited and so in tune to the next new best thing and in the aha moment that you're grabbing your friends or your family and you're showing them. And that's naturally gonna grow, and it's naturally going to be just an experience that lasts forever, and memories.
Well, I just was sitting here and the mark came up and it followed me for a while and then it took it. I didn't really think it was a bluegill coming up, but it is a 10.5-inch bluegill and it is a beauty.
And didn't you say that's going to get you your master
And that is a master angler bluegill.
That's
yeah,
sweet.
And it was on a clam drop kick jig with actually some waxies and spikes.
Dude, look at the girth.
So just hold
My
that
gosh.
fish.
Yes.
Isn't that just crazy?
Fish is mammoth. It's like we're in a different land. Well, we are. We're in the UP.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
waving.
he's waving.
Look,
He
he
says, "Put me
says
back in the
bye.
fold."
Do you want to do the honor?
Oh, yeah. We'll put him back. Gonna put this big guy back. Let him make some more like that. Here he goes. Little tail wave and away he goes.
Oh, this fishery is mind-blowing.
This is crazy. I'm sure it was another bluegill now because I got about almost all the way up and it got off and I was like, was that a bluegill? But I bet it was a bluegill. So
Dave Gintz would be in heaven. Fish on! Oh, it's a pumpkin seed. Not too big. Big for if we weren't at this lake, right?
Right.
All right, I just caught this beautiful pumpkin seed. Look at his forehead. He has like a nice, like he might get tall and big. And for this lake, he certainly could have potential to be a nice big 11, 12 incher someday. We're gonna let him go. But yeah, I'm looking for those crappies. We're searching really hard. I mean, we could be over there fishing where we know big 10-inch bluegills are, but we are out searching for crappie and we keep getting bluegills. Just goes to show you never know what the bite's gonna be. We thought we were coming here to catch crappies and it's been a little slim. We know they're here, we've caught them in the past, but it's not the day for it, obviously, and we haven't figured out their pattern or what they're doing today. But we've definitely figured out the bluegill pattern, and there's nothing wrong with catching a 10-inch bluegill. There's been quite a few of them caught now, and it's a fun pull. So the bite today, I guess, is bluegill. I'll take it.
Oh, fish on! Woohoo! Yeah, would you please? Thank you. Woohoo! Oh yeah, whatever it is feels nice. Duckbill did it, Brittany. The duckbill did it. I got a fish on. Don't know what it is yet. That's the best part about fishing. Oh my God! Holy crap! That's the biggest bluegill in the whole world!
Oh my God, that's like a
Ah! Oh my God, that is amazing!
Giselle, what?
Holy! Oh my God, Shelly!
You gotta see this thing. I've never seen a bluegill so big in my entire life.
Shelly! Oh,
That is so huge.
this is incredible. The biggest personal best bluegill of my entire life. Oh, what a beautiful fish. I just switched it up too. I had a drop kick on, and I tried a pinhead and a jointed pinhead, and I just switched over to a duckbill. And bam, just hit it. Oh, wow. This is what fishing's all about. You don't know what's gonna work. Woo. All right, let's see how big he is. Oh my goodness. Barb, look at this thing. He's a beast. He is a beast.
Oh my God, 11 and a half? 11?
Good job. That's incredible.
Wow. Look how wide that is.
And you know what? It's been, what, 2 hours just trying to find the crappie. And this guy just shows up out of nowhere.
You know, how deep
Just
are you?
24,
Have
24
you
feet.
ever considered getting that one mounted?
Well, you know, it's funny. This one will go on the wall too. I have the one from Leech Lake on my wall.
That's definitely, because
Yeah.
it looks like it's had some pressure damage to
Yep.
its eyes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's such a trophy fish.
Oh, I wouldn't eat him. This guy's gonna go right in the living room wall.
That is awesome fish.
Whew,
Nice coloring.
sorry about that.
Nice
Beautiful.
coloring. Look at that. That thing is so thick.
Look how big he is.
Yes.
Look at that. This bluegill is a fish of a lifetime for me. And typically when I catch a fish like this, it's going back in the water so someone else can catch it and it stays healthy. But as you can tell, the eyes are bulging. And we're only fishing 24, 25 feet of water, but obviously it's stress on the fish, and so he's not healthy enough to be able to go back down into the water. And I think my only choice is I'm not gonna eat him. I'm gonna put him on the wall in the living room, and yeah.
Have a great memory.
Right.
You be in Michigan.
I know it, and this is my first experience ever fishing the UP in Michigan. Wow. Wow. Like Barb would say, wow! It's awesome.
So this morning we kind of found a few crappies, not the giants we were looking for. We went to check out another area. We didn't catch a lot of fish, but the fish we caught were giant bluegills. I mean, both Bonnie and Chantel got one. Bonnie's was like way over 10 and Chantel's was 11 and a half. It was some of the biggest bluegills we've ever seen. But, you know, we're not getting a lot of volume of fish, just one freakishly large fish once in a while. So we're going to head over to where we started and see if those big crappies have moved back in there now that it's getting close to evening. But I'd say so far today was a big success because we found exactly what we were looking for and a bonus fish as well.
This event is something I look forward to all year. There's a lot of work that goes into it coming up, but it's all worth it because it means that there's a possibility that we're taking someone and igniting a passion for fishing that they never before had.
The first event that I went to, we held it on Lake Minnetonka, and we had so many women out there, and it was just so incredible for me to see something that, you know, really my dad had passed down to me but hadn't been introduced to me as really, you know, something that women did together. To see that community was so incredible.
This is my 7th year with Women on Ice, and when Barb started it, she wasn't sure exactly what it was going to be, except for she knew she wanted some good media coverage on women ice anglers. And since 7 years ago, we have gone on 7 years of amazing fishing trips.
As this project progresses, it's not so much about trying to get after the companies to do their part, but it's about embracing this culture for all women and really coming together over the passion for the sport of ice fishing. I mean, even so far this weekend in this project, we've seen our content come up in Japan. I've had women from Canada, Colorado, Montana, Wyoming contacting me, and everybody wants to be, you know, engaged in an ice fishing community. And Women on Ice is just celebrating that.
I can't even tell you what it means to me that to even be here, to be an inspiration to someone, to be able to be that information piece, to try to create those moments for others to be able to enjoy the outdoors as much as I do.
Anytime you can get a group together to go fishing with once a year and have these adventures with, it's going to be a good life.
For some, including myself, fishing is more than just fishing. It's peace of mind. It's an escape from the news, the reality. You know, you can be yourself, and knowing that I have a part in developing that and maybe lighting that fire, creating that passion, it means the world to me.
We don't get paid to do this. It's a volunteer thing, and everything that we do truly comes from the heart, and we do it time and time again because we love it. We absolutely love every minute of it. We love seeing the smiles and the high fives and all the light bulbs that go off. It's just amazing.
What's going on?
Oh! Yes! Got the crappie!
The crappies are here.
All right. So this is what we've been looking for out here. Beautiful crappies. All right, we're gonna get this one back down the hole. We've got a short bite window here. It's starting to get a little dark, but we're gonna put her back and hopefully catch a few more yet. Here we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So I just dropped an orange jig down right now. It's just a orange jig. I got a couple spikes on there. And these crappies, this one here was up probably about 6 feet off the bottom. He kind of flew in there and followed me. So this one was, he grabbed her right away.
How long is it? Let's see.
Let's see, we're gonna put it on the board. Woo. It is, that's 12 and 7/8. I'm gonna get this one back down the hole before it gets dark. And we can pick up a few more.
What a great day out here in the UP of Michigan. It was just fantastic. 4 of our anglers got personal best bluegills. The biggest being that 11.5 plus GODZILLA gill that Chantel got. So we never got a 14-inch crappie, just got 13.5, but we're happy with how the day went. Very, very exciting for the new age of women anglers coming in. And I gotta say, this is a great sport, and hats off to all you gals that are doing it. If you're a gal out there watching this show, you can too join. There's the Minnesota Women Anglers in Minnesota, there's Wisconsin Women Fish, and Women on Ice. We have an event every year just to get more women involved. And so watch for that. We have a Facebook page, Women on Ice. Big thanks to Clam and the Bite, such great supporters of women anglers. We're all in these great new women's suits. We don't even need the shack, and we're toasty warm. Getting cold is a thing of the past. That was in the old days, sitting with Grandpa on the bucket. It's a new day in ice fishing, all new gear, all new technology, and it's a great time to be part of the sport. So get out there and try to have as much fun as we had today. It's going to be tough, but I challenge you.